Okay, so good morning, students. Good afternoon, students. Okay, so I see very few students have joined. Let's wait for some time. Okay, so out of 23, only 7 students are there. So I don't know. So students, today again you have one session, orientation session at 5:15, right? You know that?
Yes, Arvind.
Okay, so students, have you seen your results? Are they out?
So they came out like months ago.
Okay, so are you all satisfied with your marks? No answer. Yes, no.
Yes, sir. Pretty much.
Okay, good. Okay, so 10 students have joined, so around half of the strength is here. So I think I can start today's lecture. And today it won't be a lecture as such because today is your first class of immunology, and it is supposed to be an introductory session where I need to discuss uh, like what all you will be reading in this subject, okay, and how we will go about it, what is the plan, how many tests will be there, how you will be evaluated. So we are going to discuss all that. So we are just going to discuss about immunology, okay. And students, this is your fifth semester, right? So last year uh, in this course, right? So the whole purpose of this program, bachelor's, was that in the final semesters, you'll be reading some very specialized courses, which usually you don't see in other BSc Life Science program, right? So immunology, virology, genomics, they are very specialized courses that you will be reading because the whole purpose is that it's a new area for students, and I think after COVID we all have seen that it's how important this subject is, right? Because we are again vaccines. We are talking about vaccines. We are talking about vaccine development. We are also talking about vaccine efficacy, right? Uh, so we all are talking about how vaccines are, whether they are effective, whether they are working properly. Uh, Therefore, we need immunologists who can actually tell whether the immune response is actually working properly and giving you protection against the virus. Okay. Now there is another issue uh, with this virus, the COVID, the SARS-CoV-2. There are a lot of variants. Now there are a lot of studies going on whether the vaccine that we are receiving, whether they are effective against the different types. That is again very important aspect, right? So the whole purpose of this course is to make you aware of immunology, right? And you will be getting a lot of details of this subject, right? And I think if you heard what your senior a few days back, she said, right? So when you are giving competitive exams, and I'm sure out of this batch, I think only 2 or 3 students will try for some job after uh, completing their bachelor's in life science. But rest of you, I'm sure that you are going for higher education, right? Mostly complete their education after masters, right? And I'm sure as you will grow in this field, many of you would also end up doing PhD, right? Uh, Subjects, obviously you can choose. Many of you would like to go into immunology. Some will like to go into some microbiological aspects. Some of you will want to go for genomics. Some of you will like to study maybe environmental science after this, right? So the options are always there, but uh, what I see, the progress, what I can think of is that most of you will go for masters, and then out of that, many of you will end up in PhD, right? So if we talk about immunology, right? So if I simply say what is immunology, so it's basically our immune system, our immune response against a particular antigen. Okay. Now, for many of you, you will find immunology it's difficult, but many of you will get interested in this subject. Okay, so it happens, right? Initially, you may find it is very easy. At some stage, you may find it is bit difficult, right? But you don't need to worry because at the end, this is your bachelor's program. You will end up learning a lot about immunology. And as I was mentioning, Sneha a few days back said that when you are studying such courses, immunology and virology, microbiology, they are definitely going to help you in your competitive exams. Okay, and these subjects will give you an edge over other students, right? Because just for example, जो DU से पढ़ रहा है, right? They may not be studying immunology in detail. और मैं I've just taken one example, but सोचो पूरे इंडिया में कितनी सारी यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं, कितने सारे बैचलर्स के कोर्स हैं, तो वहाँ इम्यूनोलॉजी या वायरोलॉजी जैसे सब्जेक्ट्स दे आर नॉट टॉट इन डिटेल्स, राइट? So you will definitely have edge because you have read so many subjects, right? From first semester onwards, you are reading so many subjects. हमने microbiology भी बहुत ज़्यादा डिटेल में पढ़ी है, right? So all these things are going to ultimately help you. Okay. So let me show you the syllabus of Introduction to Immunology. Okay. And before I start with uh, like the syllabus, I also want to tell you one more thing. Now you are in fifth semester or your final year, right? So I think now a sense of seriousness should be there in you, right? Because it has to come from your side, right? Now, if if you are studying, okay, because this semester or this year is going to help you in your future now, right? Because इसके बाद you will be going for masters. अगर अभी चीजें नहीं क्लियर हुई, अभी seriousness नहीं आई, then you will be in trouble. Okay, then you will say that हमारा कहीं एडमिशन अच्छी जगह नहीं हो रहा, right? Now I'll just give you few examples. तुम्हारे ही बैच से students are there at JNU, right? So you know it's not easy getting into JNU, right? Because you have to clear some competitive exams, and for most of the places, at least the good places, you will have to clear competitive exams, right? Whether you want to do your masters in PGI, in AIMS, in BHU, in JNU. So if you really want to get into some good institutes, you'll have to work hard. और अगर सिर्फ मास्टर्स भी ऐसे ही कहीं से कोई डिग्री करनी है, then it's up to you, right? But I'm telling you, it's always helpful if you have been at some reputed place, so that really helps. So I would suggest that all of you should try uh, to go to some really reputed institutes, and you can also try abroad, right? Some of the bachelor students have gone abroad for their higher education. Okay? Okay, so let me share the content. Okay, so before I share the content, I would like to hear from you. So, anyone, what do you understand by immunology? What is your idea of immunology? Anyone? So just raise your hand so we can discuss what is immunology or what you think about immunology. So students, as I said, this time it has to be from both the sides. Okay, it's very easy for me to just come here, give the lecture and end the class, right? But I think the purpose of teaching is that you should understand, right? I know immunology, I have read it, but now it's your time. So I would like that you should now be more serious, more interactive. I know it's difficult to like sit in front of laptop and do your studies. I don't know, but you have to be really serious. Okay, so now I see three hands raised: Ishita, Sanjana and Manaswini, and I'll give a chance to all of you. Okay, okay, one more hand, so Nehal also. Okay, so we'll start one by one. So let me start with first Ishita. Okay, और इसमें एक चीज और बता रहा हूँ, इसमें कोई आंसर गलत नहीं होगा, ठीक है? बिकॉज इट्स अ वेरी जनरल क्वेश्चन. You may think something about immunology and Manaswini may be thinking something else. Nehal may have some different interpretation. So just I want to know that. Okay. So Ishita, yes, go ahead, and you have to switch on your camera when you are speaking. That is again a guideline, right?
Okay, sir. So, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. You are visible.
Sir, yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good
Sorry, good
morning.
afternoon. So basically, immunology is the branch of biology in which we study about our immune system and how we can boost our immunity with the help of different foods and with the help of different technologies. How we can have different nutritive, how we can have a nutritive life. Basically, how we can improve our immunity.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Ishita. So next, Sanjana.
So, immunology is basically, Ishita said, it is the study of our immune system and how our body reacts to any foreign substance that enters our body, and all the physical, chemical, or the biological reactions involved in the process.
Okay, students, so whenever you are speaking, switch on your camera. So, Sanjana, I got your point. You are basically talking about immune system will fight anything which is coming from outside, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Manaswini, what is your take on immunology?
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, yes. Now visible.
So again, okay, again, like Ishita and Sanjana said, it's the study of the immune system and what role the different parts of the immune system will play. So the skin plays a certain role, the mucous membrane plays a certain role, and then you have the different cells. And immunology will also cover aspects such as how it reacts to different diseases, because the immune system won't react the exact same way to every pathogen. So I think it covers that aspect as well.
Okay, okay. Okay, Nehal.
Sir, so basically, in my point of view, immunology is the study of immune system and how we protect our immune system from the foreign substances. It includes all the physical, chemical, and biological reactions of the organism, um, like the foreign substance that are infecting us. So,
Okay, okay. So I think you all understand Ayani. Okay, so I think all the answers that I've heard, so you understand. I'll give chance to others later. Okay, so I think you understand. We are going to study the immune system, right? So now we would have to understand what are the components of immune system, right? So as Manaswini said, there are different types of cells, right? There is skin. So skin is one of the barriers, right? So, so we will go about it, and then I think Ishita also talked about boosting our immune system, right? So that is another aspect, right? So there are a lot of diseases, right? Uh, Infectious diseases, and then there are non-infectious diseases, okay? But there are a lot of diseases, and in every disease condition, the immune system gets activated, right? So it could be any disease. It could be some viral infection. It could be some bacterial infection. It could be parasitic infection, or there could be cancer. Okay, there could be autoimmune disorder. Okay, there could be hypersensitivity, some allergic reaction. So in all these conditions, the immune system is playing some role, right? So we have to understand uh, what the immune system is doing. Okay, so students, it's like in this year, or in bachelor's, we won't be going into details of each and everything, right? Because you just need to understand, or you just need to have the overview of immunology. Okay, so I'll just show you the structure of this program. Okay, so you can, I think the syllabus is visible.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so students, one thing is it's 2 plus 2, right? So there are 2 lectures and 2 credits for practical, right? And 2 for self work. So overall, it is a 4 credit unit. Okay. Uh, Okay, so let's start from here, right? Now, the module one, it consists of general concepts of immune response, right? Like we will talk about in the first module, the different types of immunity, right? So there is an active immunity and passive immunity. Okay, so we will, does anyone know what is active and what is passive immunity? Anyone? Have you heard about active and passive immunity?
Sir, is it by any chance the same as innate and adaptive, or are they different?
No, they are different.
Okay, then I don't know.
Okay, so we will talk about that. Then clonal expansion, right? So when our immune system sees an antigen, okay, then the cells get expanded. So we'll talk about clonal expansion, innate and acquired immunity, okay, and after that we will be talking about the historical background, right? So again, that is very important aspect, how immunology developed, right? So there are a lot of scientists who worked on different aspects, and that led to development of immunology. One of major contributors was Edward Jenner. Okay, so he gave the concept of vaccination, and from there, later on, the concepts in immunology started to develop. Right. So we will talk about that, and then another very important aspect is hematopoiesis. So again, I'm sure you have heard this word, hematopoiesis. So basically, there are a lot of cells in our immune system. A lot of cells are part of our immune system, right? So you can see, I have, it's already there, like the T cells, the B cells, natural killer cells, monocytes, macrophages, neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils, mast cells, dendritic cells. So these are just the major cells which are mentioned here. Okay, there are further subtypes of many of the cells, like the T cells. There are helper T cells, there are cytotoxic T cells, regulatory T cells, Th1 cells, Th2 cells. So a lot of different types of cells are there. Okay, and how they are generated. So they are generated by a process of hematopoiesis, right? Where the stem cells, they develop these different types of cells, right? So what are the signals? What are the ways by which that stem cells get activated? What are the cytokines that lead to development of a particular cell type? How does the immune system get to know that I need to have more of B cells, or I need to have more of macrophages? Okay, so when the immune system gets the signal, the stem cells, they start producing a particular type of cell because of the environment which is there in our body at that particular time. Okay, so that is the process of hematopoiesis. So we'll be reading about hematopoiesis. Okay, then another very important thing is the lymphoid organs. Okay, I'm sure you have heard about spleen, lymph nodes, right? So the thymus, bone marrow, so all these are the lymphoid organs. Okay, so we will see those organs, what is the role of those organs, what happens in those organs. Okay, that is very important. What, and we will also study the structure of those organs, right? So like I'm sure you have read about, suppose, the kidney or the heart. So you know that heart has 4 chambers, or what is the structure of kidney. So similarly, we will understand the structure of those lymphoid organs, right? If we are talking about lymph node, so what is there in that lymph node? What is happening in that lymph node, right? Or what is happening in the spleen? So we will try to understand all the organs that are involved in the immune system. And then, of course, we will be studying the cells of the immune system. So I've already said there are so many cells, the different types, subtypes of T cells, B cells. So T cells have a different role in immune response, right? And B cells have a different role. So B cells basically they will produce antibodies. So we all are talking about antibodies. We are all talking about antibodies against COVID, right? So uh, the B cells they generate antibodies. Okay, so we will understand the role of these cells. Okay, what is NK cell doing? What is the role of macrophage? Right. So there are different cells. They kill the pathogen by different ways. Right. So we will understand what by what ways they are killing the pathogen, because ultimate aim is to eliminate the pathogen, right? B cell will not directly go and kill the pathogen, but macrophage will directly go and eat up the antigen or the pathogen, right? Similarly, neutrophils, they will be the first one to reach to the site of infection, right? So suppose you get a cut somewhere here. Now there will be a signaling which will tell the neutrophils to come to this side. Okay, so then all the neutrophils through the circulation they will try to move to that point. Okay, and there they will fight with the pathogens and eliminate it. Okay, so similarly eosinophils, basophils, mast cells, they have different roles. So suppose if there is some parasitic infection, right, then the eosinophils will reach there and try to kill the parasite. Okay, so different cells have different functions, and they play an important role during different types of infection. Okay, so we will understand all those things, and we'll also read about the evolution of immune system, how immune system evolved. Okay, so that is there in module 1, and it has a weightage of 20%. Okay, I think you all understand about the weightage thing, right? So if it is 20%, so in your examination, you will get 20% questions from this module. Okay, and it really happens because the thing is, the question paper is developed in such a way that if I don't put questions, 20% question from this module, it will not accept. Okay, the system will not accept. So uh, you need to understand the weightage thing. Okay, so 20% of the questions will come from this module. Okay, now module 2 is a big module, 25% weightage. Okay, and there are a lot of things in this, like mechanism involved in adaptive and innate immune response. Okay, so first, obviously in first module we will understand what is innate, what is adaptive. Okay, and then we will talk about the different mechanisms, and one of the most important mechanism is the complement system. Okay, now it's a very interesting system, complement system. So in our body there are a lot of different complement proteins. Okay, now what happens when a pathogen enters, one of the complement system goes, one of the protein, it goes and bind to the pathogen. Okay, and when it binds to the pathogen, all the other complement proteins they get activated, right? So now all the proteins will come and bind to the pathogen, and ultimately they will create a pore in the pathogen, okay, in the cell wall of the pathogen, and the pathogen will die. So it's a very interesting mechanism. There are 3 different pathways by which the immune system, it creates pores or holes in the cell membrane of the pathogen and kills it. Okay, so very important pathway, the complement pathway. Then we will talk about the concept of primary and secondary immune response. Okay, so primary immune response, like when the pathogen, when our immune system sees the pathogen for the first time, okay, then primary immune response is generated. Okay, and then when our immune system sees the same pathogen for the second time, that is the secondary immune response, right? And secondary immune response is far faster. Okay, and that is why we get vaccinated. Okay, because our immune system, it sees the pathogen. Okay, and whenever the real pathogen enters, the secondary immune response takes place, and it is fast, quick, and it will eliminate the pathogen uh, very early. Okay, so we will understand the concept of this primary and secondary immune response. Then we will talk about antigens. Okay, a virus is an antigen, bacteria is an antigen, right? Dust particles are antigen. So we will understand what is an antigen. Okay, what are the different types of antigen? Okay, what are the properties of an antigen? Okay, so we will understand what are antigens, and then we will also talk about haptens. Okay, so I'm not going to discuss hapten right now, but when we will study, I'll tell you what haptens are. And as I said, then we will understand the properties of an antigen. Okay, uh, like foreignness, molecular size of an antigen, heterogeneity, and how all these different properties are making an antigen good or bad. Okay, so we will talk about antigens, we will talk about epitopes, the B cell and T cell epitope, and then the most important thing is the antibody structure and function. Okay, so uh, you all may have heard about antibodies because आजकल न्यूज़ में अखबारों में we are all reading about antibody, right? But what is the structure of antibody? ठीक है? Does anyone know the structure of antibody? Anyone?
Sir, it's kind of like Y-shaped. So you've got like a long chain and then a heavy chain and a light chain, and
Yes, sir. A
Okay.
heavy chain and a light chain.
Yes, yes. So it is basically Y-shaped structure with heavy chain and light chain. So as a student of uh, bachelor's life science, you understand this much, and I think even the common person will be knowing that it's a Y-shaped structure, right? But after reading this subject, you will understand the details of antibody, right? It has different regions. It has a specific region where it binds to the pathogen. Okay, and so there are different domains, there are different regions in that domain there. So we will understand the structure of antibody. Okay, and then we will see the types of antibody, right? So there are 5 different types: IgM, IgG, IgE, IgD. So there are different types, and there are subtypes of antibodies, and all these different antibodies have different role, different function in our body. Okay, so we will see what IgA does. Okay, or when IgM comes into play, or what is the role of IgE. Okay, so we will talk about all those different types of antibodies and their function, their structure, their subtypes. So we will be reading about that. And then another very important aspect is generation of diversity in antibody response, right? So students, very important thing. We just have 5 different types of antibodies, right? But we have thousands and lakhs of different type of antigens, right? If we just talk about viruses, there are thousands of viruses. If we talk about bacteria, there are thousands of bacteria, right? If we talk about allergens, there are thousands of different types of allergens, right? But we just have 5 different types of antibody. So there must be something in this antibody that it can go and bind to any of the antigen, okay? And one antigen may have hundreds of different types of epitopes, okay? So there is diversity in generation of diversity in antibodies. So we will see how it happens, okay? And then we will talk about MHC. Okay, I don't know if you know about MHC or HLA. Have you heard this term, MHC or HLA? Anyone?
No, sir.
No, because if we talk about transplantation, we talk about HLA matching, right? We talk about MHC matching. So I thought you may have heard about MHC, but they are
Sir,
very,
MHC is a histocompatibility complex, right?
yes, MHC is major histocompatibility complex.
Histocompatibility. I
Okay,
don't know about HLA.
okay. So we'll talk about it, but uh, again, these MHC have very important role because they are kind of a protein which shows the antigen to the immune system. Okay, so we will come to that. They are very important because see, even the immune cells, they need to see the antigen. Okay, only then they will get activated. So MHC play a very important role in that. And then another very important uh, uh, pathway is that of antigen processing and presentation. Okay, I'll just give you an example. Suppose तुम सबने देखा है जब घर में suppose if you are bringing some vegetable, okay, then what you do? You clean the vegetable, you cut it into pieces, then you prepare it, right? So you are basically processing the vegetable, right? So when a pathogen enters our body, it is processed, okay? So it is captured, it is broken down into smaller pieces, right? So that is the processing. And then what you do with your food, once it is prepared, right, you put it on the plate and then you give it to uh, the person in your house, right? So you are basically presenting it to someone, okay? So again, in this case, it happens the same way. So the antigen is processed, it is broken down into smaller component, and then it is presented to the immune system. Okay, so this is antigen processing and presentation pathway. So we will see how a pathogen enters our body, okay, how it is captured inside our body, how it is broken down into smaller components, and then how it is presented to different cells of the immune system. Okay, so this is very important, very interesting process, and I have already given you an example, and you can now relate. कि घर में सब्जी आई, it is processed, it is cleaned, it is cut into pieces, it is prepared. Okay, so that is processing, and then another part is presentation, right? Now, if I just make a comparison, the plate that you are using, right, it is basically the MHC molecule, right? So if we want to make some comparison, when we will read this pathway, you will understand the whole process. Okay, so there are two pathways of antigen processing and presentation. So we will talk about that. Okay. And then the characteristics of antigen antibody interaction. Again, that is very important. Antigen bhi hai, antibody bhi hai. And then there has to be some interaction between the antigen antibody. Only then this antibody will able to bind to the antigen. Okay, so there has to be some features which allow the binding of antigen with the antibody, right? So we will understand this process. Okay, third module we'll talk about two important concepts. One is autoimmunity, one is hypersensitivity. Okay, so students, now it's up to you. Have you heard this word autoimmunity? What do you know about autoimmunity? And what do you know about hypersensitivity? So students, you can just raise your hand. Whoever want to say or tell me about autoimmunity or hypersensitivity. Okay, one hand. Any other? Okay, so Manaswini.
An autoimmune disease or autoimmunity is when something, we don't exactly know what, but something goes wrong with the immune system. And the main feature of the immune system is to differentiate between self and non-self, which means to differentiate between cells which are part of the body and cells which are not, or any kind of foreign substances. So in an autoimmune disease, for some reason, the immune system thinks that some parts of the body are foreign and not supposed to be there. So the immune system starts attacking the body itself. So this,
Okay.
like an
Okay.
example of an autoimmune disease would be like multiple sclerosis or something.
Okay, okay. So basically, auto means self, right? So when the immune system it starts to attack the self, that is autoimmunity. Okay. So this should not happen, right? Immune system is there to help us. It's our friend. Okay. But sometime it goes against that basic concept. Okay, so sometimes the immune system it creates problem for us, and there are two major ways. One is the autoimmunity, when it starts to um, like attack self cells or self organs. Okay, and another is hypersensitivity, which is basically an inappropriate immune response. ठीक है, एक पर्टिकुलर टाइप ऑफ एंटीबॉडी बननी चाहिए थी, बट दूसरी एंटीबॉडी बन गई. Okay, so that can create a problem. Okay, so if there is inappropriate immune response, and I think all of you know about allergies, I'm sure many of you must be having some or other kind of allergies, right? Some people have allergy to a particular food. Some people have allergy to particular kind of um, dress material. Some may have allergy to particular kind of shampoo, deodorants, or some some may be allergic to dust, right? Some may be allergic to a particular like seafood. Okay, so why we are allergic, right? Some people are not, some are allergic because it's again our immune system. It is producing some inappropriate immune response, which it should not. Okay, and therefore we get hypersensitivity, and in severe cases, hypersensitivity can be fatal. It can lead to death within minutes. Okay, so hypersensitivity is very interesting. We'll talk about it, the different types of hypersensitivity reactions. Okay, so we will talk about that. Then module 4 is about vaccines. Again, very interesting, the different types of vaccines, right? uh, if you just see the COVID vaccines, you will see there are different types. The platforms are different, so we will talk about the different types of vaccines. So there are live attenuated vaccines, there are killed vaccines, there are subunit vaccines, there are toxoids. So we will talk about the different types of vaccines, and then adjuvants, why we are adding adjuvants in the vaccines, right? What is the role of those adjuvants, and what are the different types of antigens. So we will talk about adjuvants, and then we will also talk about national immunization program. So what is the purpose of having this national immunization program? What are the different vaccines that are available under this national immunization program? So we will talk about all those things. And then the final module is of techniques, immunological techniques. Okay. Now again, this is very important because see, तुम कितनी भी immunology पढ़ लो, but when you are there in lab, right, you need to see that particular cell type, or you need to work with a particular kind of cell type, right? Or you get into some diagnostics, right? So suppose you are in some developing some diagnostic kit, okay? So for that you need to have the knowledge of antigen, antibody, right? So there are different types of techniques which are important, and some of them we will be dealing with. Like one of them is production of monoclonal antibodies. Okay, so you take any diagnostic kit. Okay, it has monoclonal antibody. Okay, I'll just take one example. I'm sure you all know about the pregnancy kit, right? It's a small kit, right? Which you just need to put a drop of urine, right? And then within minutes, it will tell you whether you are pregnant or not, right? It's a very simple thing, right? It has made life very easy for people or for female who are expecting pregnancy. So the basic concept in that kit is the antigen antibody interaction. Okay, so in that kit we are putting the antibodies. Okay, and if the female is pregnant, okay, she will have a particular hormone which is called HCG in her urine. Okay, so when you will put the urine in that kit at the point which is given, so the antigen and antibody will interact, and this interaction will give the result. Okay, so you can just visualize that result and you can get to know. So basically what we are using in that kit is a monoclonal antibody against HCG. Okay, so for all the diagnostic kits we are using monoclonal antibodies. Okay, so we will see what are the applications of these monoclonal antibodies. I have given you just one example. Okay, and we will also see how these monoclonal antibodies are produced. Okay, then we will see the agglutination reaction. I'm sure you all know about blood grouping test, right, in which we put uh, a drop of blood, right, and then we add antibodies, specific antibodies. So those are monoclonal antibodies, and then you can actually visualize the interaction of antigen antibody because there is formation of some clumps. Okay, and that is called agglutination reaction, right? Then there is immunodiffusion, there is ELISA. I'm sure you have heard about ELISA. So we will be dealing with ELISA, the different types of ELISA, and how ELISA works. We will be talking about immunoblotting, immunofluorescence, immunohistochemistry, and flow cytometry. Okay, so these are the different techniques that we will be dealing with. Okay, and these are your SLOs. I'm not going to discuss SLOs with you. There will be some skill development activities, basically your practical, and that will include ELISA, okay, immunodiffusion, flow cytometry, and monoclonal antibody. Okay, so we will discuss this because these techniques will really help you when you go for your maybe the project work that you will do in your final semester. You may be doing ELISA, and I will suggest that when you are going for these trainings, try to at least do one of the technique. Okay, it may be ELISA, it may be PCR, it may be doing antibiotic resistance, anything, but at least try to do one technique, try to practically do one technique. Okay, because that will help you in your future. Okay, so I think I'll just stop here and take your attendance now. So, and in the meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can also put up your questions, and let me have your attendance. So students, you have to switch on your camera during attendance. So Adish,
Present, sir.
Adish, you are not visible.
Just
And students, if you have any questions, you can ask. Okay, Ayushi, you also be ready. Okay, Adish. Ayushi.
Present, sir.
Okay, Atoiba. Okay. Sam.
present, sir.
Devanshi.
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Okay, Ishita.
Present, sir.
Okay, Janvi.
Present, sir.
Kshitij.
Present, sir.
Manaswani.
Present, sir.
Namrita.
Present, sir.
Nandini. Okay, Nehal.
Present, sir.
Rupal.
Present, sir.
Sahiba.
Present, sir.
Okay, Sanjana. Sanjana. Okay, Shakti.
Present, sir.
Shakti, you are still not visible. Shivani, be ready. Shivani.
Sir, am I visible now?
Present, sir.
Okay, Tanvi.
Present, sir.
Tridev.
Present, sir.
Tridev, you are not visible.
Sir, I don't know. MS Teams is not responding.
Okay, Vanshika. So Vanshika is not there. Vivek.
Present, sir.
Okay. And Yukta. Okay, Yuvraj.
Present, sir.
Okay, so students, that's all for today. We will meet tomorrow and discuss more of immunology. Okay, so see you tomorrow.